My little alert. Let's see if it's true. Nope, you lie.
Okay.
He said okay.
Okay. Okay. He did. He's like,
I never subscribed in the first place. Your dad hacked into my phone. Oh.
Yeah.
Takes a second.
That's like the oldest sound ever. Maybe that's why you got a virus in your phone.
It's fucking stock, dude. I don't fuck around.
It's a flip phone.
I don't mess around, my friends.
No, sir.
All right. You ready? Me. Unique New York. Do it. Unique New York. Unique New York. Unique New York. Say it.
Unique New York.
Unique.
Unique New York. Unique New York.
Yeah, it's hard. You can do it 3 times.
you're trying to get me
Unique
to
New
say
York.
something
Unique
weird.
New York. Unique New York. Unique New York. 4 times, baby. It's a mouth warm up.
It's like saying toy.
Look at your face.
I'd rather not.
Look at your face.
For
Nah,
some reason, I think that might be a bad idea. But I don't know.
All right. Toy boat. Oh, see?
Toy boy.
Toy boat.
I've been there, done that.
Toy
there,
boat,
little-
toy boat, 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 toy. Oh, there it was. It's almost. You get it if you just keep practicing.
That's what I'm going to do the next few days. I'm going to practice. Instead of going to work, I'm going to practice saying toy boat.
Oh, Mike, you're so dedicated. You're
Toy
such
boat,
a real host. I mean, at least you're here.
I know, even though my back hurts.
Yeah. Let's
Like it does every fucking Tuesday or any other day that ends with Y, but
right,
you know,
every
it's
day.
all right.
Days in general, just day.
Plus, this isn't even, my show at all.
Yeah, it is.
So-
You pretty much run it. Just ask the crowd, ask the fans.
It's cool though. If you want to bail for Soreback,
Soreback.
you can do whatever you want.
Soreback. His new name is Soreback.
Say Soreback 6
Papa George,
times.
Soreback.
Does he lift like a lot of heavy things at work?
No, he's just old. Okay, I take that back. He's only 52, but his body is like 93.
So he used to lift a lot of heavy stuff, or?
Well, I've worked out with him a couple times. He's pretty strong, but I mean, anybody
Okay,
can.
that's on purpose though. I mean, like lift heavy shit because your boss says, "Hey, move." all
Oh
that
no.
material."
Well, no, I would say no to answer that question.
Okay.
Not really day-to-day
Just trying
task
to figure
schedule
out
thing.
some sort of sympathy here, which so far
Well,
is
he
none.
rode a hardtail and a softtail and all these.
Everybody rode a hardtail when you're a kid. That's the baddest bike you can have. I don't care who you are. So
Well, there you go. He did that.
okay, well that's stupid. I did that and fucking framed for 15 years.
But now look, your back hurts.
Oh, he's
And
right.
Now what? I
He's
still
right.
work every day.
Yeah, but also he's old.
He here's the
He's
thing.
like
He went
10
to
years older than me.
he went to work. He went to work, and then he. Okay, we'll have to get into it because we're giving away the whole thing
Hey,
here.
it's okay. We still love you.
Yeah, let's start the show. So we got,
Soreback or not.
let me, Caden, mute that.
God damn it.
Cool. Let me mute this, and then we'll be ready.
Oh man, I want to play that. I think.
Oh no, it's good. It's good. All right.
Here's the new Big Lip Radio from iHeartRadio.
Oh, you damn right. MTN. It's the new Big Lip Radio, right?
On iHeartRadio.
On iHeartRadio. Not exclusively, but one of our favorites. Woo! Oh, yes. And what we like to do is at the beginning of the show, we like to kick it off with some promotional material for lip service. Now, what it is Papa J's usually here. He reads a quote from a famous wrestler, and we guess who the wrestler is, and he promotes lip service, which you can catch on BigLipRadio.com.
What happened this time?
I think he was wrestling or something and hurt his back. He was in the ring and somebody
yeah.
powerbombed him too. I don't know, man. He's
Forgot
like,
about that.
he's very fragile. He's mentally, he's 12 years old. Mentally, he's 12 years
Mentally?
old. Mentally, what is that? Mentally, that
I
should
don't
be a
know.
new thing.
I can't spell either.
Google
one,
mentally.
so.
Tell us what it is in the comments below. But mentally, he's 12 years old. His age is 50. I'm gonna say 2 or 3. I can't remember. It's been that long.
What year was he born?
And his body is like 95, dude. I have to give him a specific chair in the studio because his back just can't handle it.
I got one of those too.
We gave him one of them orthopedic bouncy medicine ball chairs that helps you with your posture, not having it. We gave him a nice little bar type desk chair that raises up and down, wasn't really having it. And I gave him a nice little comfy support back chair. And he just ain't having it. His body's old. It's crinkled, much like a lot of these wrestlers that I'm about to imitate. Now, I got scolded last week and the week
You
before.
get to do the wrestling imitator.
Yeah, you're gonna
this
hear
week?
me imitate it, my
Here we
friend.
go. I'm stoked. Have another sip. You might need it.
I gotta wet my whistle. All right, this is for you, Papa J. Only because you called me out.
Papa
Never
J.
again. Woo! All right, ready?
I guess.
In just a few moments, at my leisure, I'm gonna call Vince McMahon out to his ring in front of his public on a television show that's owned by his grand company. At least that is, until he gets some lip service at BigLipRadio.com. Do you know? Any idea?
I know who Vince McMahon is. But
Okay, we got a John Cena in the audience. Vince McMahon, everybody, Shane McMahon, the McMahons. Everybody's kind of familiar with those guys. Those guys are cool. Well, here, let's listen to the audio clue and see if you guys can get
he
it.
always got a lot of hot chicks around him.
In just a few moments at my leisure, I'm gonna call Vince McMahon out to his ring in front of his public on a television show that's owned by his grand company. At least that is until this Sunday.
Were they
Any
saying
idea?
Cena in the background?
No, you suck. You suck.
Oh.
You suck. Any idea, guys?
No.
None? How about this? My name is Paul Heyman.
Paul Heyman.
There you
Is
go.
it Paul Heyman?
Here's Paul Heyman, guys. Good job. Whoop, 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 whoop. Moral of that story is to go to BigLipRadio.com. Get yourself some lip service. Papa J, you better be here next week, man. Otherwise, I'm going to boot you off the show. We'll talk about that later. With that being said, here's the show.
Serious.
Well, that'd be 3,000.
You're listening to Big Lip Radio. Here are your hosts, Papa J, Z Money, and
Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, it is me, Z Money. And to my right, I got MTN.
Socialize.
Oh, yes, no need to socialize, MTM, because we ain't got no Papa J here tonight. It is just us doing Big Lip Radio, episode 103, on 6/2/2020. It's one of them years.
5:25 p.m.
COVID didn't work. Killer Hornets didn't work.
The murder
Release
hornet-
the riots! Woo! It's going to be a crazy one tonight, folks, and we're not talking anything about that. I want to do something different because all we're hearing is about everything that's going on. I don't care about your opinions, and you probably don't care about mine. But what I do care about is how Mike the neighbor is able to show up for an episode tonight when one of the main hosts is nowhere to be found.
I haven't tried to call him. He didn't answer.
He didn't answer. He won't call in for the show. Maybe he's listening live. Hopefully he subscribes to his own channel so we can, at least have a conversation with him.
At least in case we can hack into his
my
phone
God.
and make
Well,
it go on there.
That makes how many times this year, Mike?
I don't know.
I can't. I'm flabbergasted at how somebody can get away with that. It's like some of the people we work with showing up 20 or 30 minutes late every day, getting away with murder. Oh, man, I never thought. I'm always 20 to 30 minutes
It's
early.
like calling to work 2 days in a row.
Well, I may or may not have done that. Very specific reasons, which we'll get into. One of them may or may not have been a broken arm of some sorts. Oh, what a crazy week.
Fucking girls.
It's been a crazy year so far, no joke. I'm just going to say year because the week doesn't even compare to what's actually going on, but it's my own personal agenda.
The good news is it's not even halfway through the year yet. So
Oh, I know, dude.
to look on the bright side.
Technically, it is 6 June. That's halfway through.
6.
That's hey, whatever. We just started that half. Just started it. Anyways.
Didn't even need a calculator for that.
Right, no calculator for that math. On today's show, I get pushed to the limits. This whole week has been crazy. We got some snack time. We got nostalgia. We're going to go to Movie Minute Review because I reserved that last section of time for Papa J to talk about his new phone and anything else he had on his plate, which I'm sure he does. He lives in a house full of people with a lot of animals. I'm telling you, man, it's crazy. But hey, I appreciate it, and I kind of commend the fact that he can hang out with all that stress and not be too worried. But clearly, it's destroying his back, right? Let's just blame that. He's carrying the stress of everybody, and it is destroying his back. No joke. He texted me. He's like, hey, man, hours before the show. Hey, man, I'm not going to be able to make it on the show today. And I'm like, why? He's like, oh, my back hurts. It's painful. Oh, you hear that in the background? That's my Ring doorbell. Somebody's at the door. Somebody rang it.
Someone is at the front door.
Oh, thanks.
He's like, quit.
Thanks, Alexa.
So
now go shoot yourself. Alexa, stop listening.
in the face.
Yeah, stop listening. Much like Papa J. That might be the best thing for him. Just lay him down to graze in the pasture. Let him have his rest. Give his final words, his little will. I don't know, dude. He was texting me, and he said specifically, I'm crying because my back hurts so much. And the next thing I said, are you at work? You know what he said? Yep. I'm like, why are you at work then, man? You can go to work, you can come to your other work, your other job, right? You sit in a chair when you do it anyway. You're here for 2 hours.
He sits in a chair at his work?
Well, yeah. Everywhere. All day he's just sitting in a chair. He might stand sometimes. You can choose to do that. But for the most part, you're sitting because you're focused and you concentrate. So, hey, that might be the other cause of his back problems. You're leaned over all the time over your workbench. It's not very taxing, but after a while, the posture could probably get to him. And I guarantee that's what it is.
I want
that's
you
why
guys to come to work with me and do a little video and see.
I've done stuff like that.
Really
tell us your work. You do cabinets, right? You carry big, heavy things.
Fucking cabinets. This is
Everything. You do everything. But it's hard for everybody. Everybody takes certain things differently. So you just happen to do that. He happens to sit and has a bad back. I don't explain that. Maybe he'll be able to explain it next week to us why his back is so bad. I don't know. We'll give him a chance to rebuttal.
Maybe he had some kind of weird accident when he was a kid.
Well, to be fair, he did get his leg ripped off, and he's probably yelling at YouTube, yeah, Mike Dillon, I had an accident. Remember the snowmobiling accident story he told us a few podcasts ago? Yeah.
I don't really remember. I'm typically drink a couple,
too drunk.
drink a couple beers, but it's just a few.
Well, hey, dude, sometimes that calms the mood, man. It makes it right, it makes it better. It puts you in the focus, and that may or may not be a contributor to myself being pushed over the ledge this week. Now, I did a lot of things I hadn't done since I was 12 years old, like acted out, anger, things that I haven't experienced in a long time. And that's because I explained this to you when we were huddled around your car. I said, I can handle at least 2 lanes of stress funneling into one pipe. One bottle, one person. I can't really manage once it gets past the 5. 4 you're pushing it, but 5 for sure. That's the middle mark. Once I got 5 lanes of stress, different types of stresses going on. Work, if that's for some people. Kids, maybe that's money. That's for some.
All of the above, most of the time.
Yeah, and usually I can manage a lot of that, and some of them aren't even factors of stress. But when you get down to it, it all builds up, and it all starts going into one tunnel, and it starts clogging it, and it just blows, dude. Like when you put Mentos in a Coke bottle. That's what I'm thinking right now. And that kind of happened to me this week. It was
That's why I called you today, to make sure you were going to kill yourself.
You thought you straight up said that to my face. You're like, dude,
Call me when you get home.
I
got to talk to you now.
You said I want to talk to your ass. Well, I mean, work is work. Everybody's got problems at work.
Hey.
I may or may not, MTM, be meeting, depends on how everything goes, you know. Right now it's still on. Meeting a son of mine that I've not met ever.
You'll be fine.
In at least 11 years, 12 years.
I haven't met him either.
Well, you didn't carry him around for 33 years of your life. I did. In the sack that every male has.
Oh, in 33. Oh,
for 33 years, just like this kid sat on my couch. The one that if you're watching the stream on youtube.com/BigLipRadio, you may or may not be able to see the couch in the background. Probably not.
BigLipRadio.
Oh, there he is. He hopped into the camera.
www.BigLipRadio.com.
Don't send it out. MTM, just like you were in the TMNT shirt.
Shit.
You got the TMNT shirt on too. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle and the MTN. Oh my gosh,
That's a good show right there.
It is.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is
Yes, but
up there.
Have you seen like the first one?
The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is some of the best cartoons there's around, and it's been around forever. But I wouldn't say ever.
1,
Transformers
2, 3
is good.
Is they
How did we get here, dude? Stress. Cartoons are not stress. Clearly, right now we're drunk and we're masking our emotions with this kit lifter, tall boy, and you got your natty lights over there. Oh yes, dude. I had one of the stressors that I was talking
77.
about. All right, the lanes of stress going into that bottle. I had a child on Friday, the youngest one, 3 years old. She was body slamming people. That's what they call it. But she was really doing the Hulkamania elbow drop onto people on our bed, just everywhere. It's just a 3-year-old little girl. Her name is. We'll reveal that later.
Thanks to you, Papa J.
I will do a big reveal once we decide what her name is. She ended up elbow dropping 4 or 5 people at once, just like blah 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 blah. She got to the 6th one, and which was her mommy. Elbow dropped her. Somehow her body shifted and her arm went the opposite direction, and she fractured her freaking elbow.
Supposedly.
Now hold on. The only reason why we know at this point in time that her elbow is fractured is because Mama took her to the ER, Kate, the delicate flower, and they took an X-ray and they said, hey, there's a fracture here, and they wrapped her up in that ace bandage with all the puffy stuff and put it in a little sling on her right arm so she could hang it.
I saw it.
You saw it, but you see how dramatic that was?
Very. I even said that.
Right, and the whole time she had this thing on. She was pushing herself
back
up.
1 hour, and I said, she's not even crying.
Not even crying. She...
Like
Kate,
doing this.
For those of you who listen know who Kate is, she took her there, and she said right after the doctor took the X-ray, she was like bending it and moving it around and just high-fiving people with it. And if you have a fracture or any kind of crack, it kind of hurts, right? Pulled muscle even hurts sometimes. Am I wrong, or is that just my emotion?
My back hurts right now, and I feel like I'm gonna cry, and I'm not crying.
Okay, well you might have a fracture.
If there was
According to this doctor, if
seriously
you went to this doctor.
wrong, like a fraction though, you're gonna be fucking crying. You're
So
gonna be
I
hurting,
appreciate
especially a
that
little
profession,
baby.
but they told us.
Especially if you're 3, that's what I said.
Yeah, if you're 3 years old, you definitely need to go check that out. You don't really want to mess around because that could hurt you, especially if you break it at that young of age. Can't that stay with you for a while?
Yeah, that's how you grow an arm that looks all
all sideways. I'm telling you, it's crazy how things like that happen. Maybe that's how Papa J's leg is. That's why he walks like that. Maybe that's why he has one testicle, because that one other testicle that when he used to have 2 used to bounce off that leg too hard and just died. Oh, we figured it out. How did we get to Papa J's testicles? This is 2 times we veered off. One of the lanes of stress, it's clearly not Papa J's testicles.
Only you can switch a subject over to a testicle guy.
Shut up, I can't do that. Oh my gosh. So
I was thinking about boobs the whole time.
The doctor, right? Oh, what? Ew, Jared's testicles reminds you of boobs? When have you seen his testicles?
No.
Oh, we got to get to the bottom of this. Papa J, you're screwed next episode. Dude, the doctor said take her to a pediatric specialist on Monday when the doctor was open, because this was Friday night, nothing was going to be open. Clearly, if a fracture was that bad, you would have to have it in a cast, maybe some painkillers and antibiotics to help with the pain.
Definitely.
So she's, this whole time, Saturday and Sunday, pushing off with it, doing things with it. We had a big old birthday party for the 2 of yous. The 2 of yous. Mike, you had a birthday party there, too. We even had a cake for you. Blew it out.
31, baby. Woo!
Woo! This last Saturday, we celebrated that, and it was really cool. 31, that's fun. You're not younger than me.
I go backwards, he goes forward.
You're like 56. You're older than Papa J. No. Older than dirt. That's what I've been told at work a couple times. You're older than dirt, because they'll see my gray hairs and they'll be younger than me. You're older than dirt. I'm sick of hearing it. But this kid's arm.
You know, you tell him, say, dirt's pretty old, man.
Right? Dirt's pretty old, dude. It's been around for a while. Monday comes around. Now, I decide to take the day off work to go ahead and help out the wife with this child that we need to go to the doctor's appointments for. So we take her to the doctor's, and the doctor looks at the x-rays. What do you think the doctor says, dude?
This
what do
seems
you
like a pretty
think?
healthy arm to me.
Yeah, exactly what he said. He's like, there's nothing wrong with this arm. As a pediatric specialist, obviously, that deals with kids and maybe has a better understanding. And honestly, those nurses there that take the x-rays can't really tell you too much about it. I understand how it works, but the look on that face or the way the expression was seemed pretty concerning. Yeah, right. Money. $500 later. That's exactly. You were brushing. For those of you who watch on YouTube.com/BigLipRadio, he's waving $100 out of his hands, and that's exactly what has caught us. And in the end, she got that. The doctor there took the little fake cast imitation thing off, and she's running around like nothing happened. So she got to miss out on a lot, though. We handled it. We're like, listen, if you're gonna we understand if you get hurt, but we're gonna take you through the ringer. Understand? If you cry, well, she was crying
She's
for a
not
couple
allowed to swim
hours.
till she's 13 now.
She was crying for a couple hours, worse than we've seen her. So we got concerned, and we did what any parent would do and took her to the doctor. And that's why it was kind of like a ha-ha, joke's on us. No, because now we kind of know to take it not as seriously and assess the situation more before we decide to just take you to the hospital. It was pretty intense, though. It was when you got kids and your blood pressure starts going up and your adrenaline's going, and you're just like, what do I do? The next thing you do is say, I
waited till the next day.
As a dad, I understand that for sure. It gets you.
I even had my boss say, hey, my kid might fucked up her elbow. I might take off work, pick up my other kid from the, blah, blah, blah.
My other kid. I got a couple of those.
Well, no,
I
only have 2. They're both from the same chick.
Yeah, I got a couple
no child
of those.
Support, except for, the normal.
Well, I'm about to meet one of them, so I've been worried. Another lane of stressor in my life. I've been it's like meeting a person you've been talking to on the internet.
Fine.
Have you ever done that? You ever cracked
talked to
a
anybody
dating
on the internet.
Well, even if it's a friend or a buddy or something, you've never met an Xbox Live friend, and you meet him in person. That feeling like, I don't know, is it gonna be this same?
I text messaged you earlier. Does that count?
You're such a loser sometimes, Mike. And you text me the googly eyes like, ooh, I saw you roll up and get home.
Because I was scared you were going to kill yourself, and I didn't know if you got home. I said,
that.
I know that this guy's home.
Not even, man. I don't go that deep.
specifically said,
I don't go that deep.
call me when you get home. You pulled up, 15 minutes later go by, I'm like, oh, great. He's tying up a noose
he's hanging in the closet. You're such an asshole. I'm not that bad. I'm not even doing anything crazy. I'm just telling you my stressors. Now, most people wouldn't even be talking about their lanes of stress. I call them that, just my own little thing. Nobody told me that. Dude, I got that new kid.
Like F-Zero. There's...
I call him a new kid for respect for him. I don't know. I haven't really talked to him to find out what he's into. And what he's, he might or may not be on the show. I don't know how it's going to work. But there's so many different things. Like, what if we don't like the same thing? Like, we like video games, but what if our personalities are just too different? I think about it too hard. I'm overanalyzing it. Yeah. Another stressor. Dude.
You never had a dad before. I'm going to tell you right now that your personalities
just say that.
Are never the same.
Yeah, you never had a dad before. You want me to be
Am
your
I being
daddy?
a dick? I never said I want to be a
truthful.
daddy.
It's truthful. Oh, my
That's
gosh.
different, though.
I've never had...
lucky.
the audience is talking,
cool
and I
too,
can't hear him, and he keeps having a conversation with me. He said specifically that we're pretty much the same people, me and him. Now, that's my son, K-Dizzle. For those of you who play Xbox Live, K-Dog. He's
13 and plays video games his entire life.
Yeah, he pretty much said him and I are the same when it comes to that.
The only thing different besides that and your dad is he has to go to work for 8 hours a day.
No, he has a dad. He has a dad, and that's me. Right?
Only every other week.
Right? I wish I met my dad when I was 13. I wish I met my dad ever. Oh, I'm not going into this. See, another stressor to add to the Coke bottle, man.
Okay.
You see what I'm talking about?
I told you if you want me to be your dad, I will.
Excuse me? What was it? Wait, what was that? If you want me to be your dad, I will.
You want me to be your daddy?
We've talked about this before, my friend.
I'll teach you dad stuff. Don't worry.
Hey, my mother used to work at a bar named Spirits, and you seem pretty familiar with Spirits.
I used to
throughout
have
the
a spot
conversation.
for my skateboard there that your mom probably took my skateboard and put it there. Yeah, Andy.
Oh, dude. Hey, one thing we're not going to take away from our fans, my friend, and that's a little bit of...
Smack time!
That's what we've been doing this whole time.
Smacking.
Oh, snack talk.
Smack time.
Baking pancakes, making bacon pancakes.
Make it fast, man. Put it in the pancakes. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, when you hear that, that means it's time for some food. Oh, yes. We got some snack time, and we got 3 more munchies and 1 more drinky to taste tonight. Oh, we have some people to get some reviews from on here. MTM, what'd you pick up first right there? What's in your hand? Not bacon, not pancakes.
Not bacon or pancakes. Big Chewy Nerds. Big
Chewy Nerds. It says new on the wrapper, right? So they gotta be new. I feel like I've had these before.
Oh yeah, right there. So
yeah, it's that's what I want to make sure. I want to try to get.
Why? Look at those.
Oh, remember the runts, the candy, the runts?
The thing you used to get in the quarter thing.
Yes, and they came shaped like bananas and would taste like bananas, oranges. I feel like there was one of those that looked like this. This Nerds is a chewy, crunchy and chewy candy, like Mike said, but it's big and it looks like those jackfruits that have all the spikes everywhere. But it's a different color, and the inside, I bet you, is chewy. I bet it. I'm just saying. I bet it is chewy, MTN. I don't know how I know this. Give me a pause. Give me a Dick Skinner's.
Oh, fuck.
Give me a Dick. Oh, yeah. Yeah, pass that around, ladies and gentlemen. You got some?
What the fuck does he look like? Boston baked beans.
Yeah, I know, right? They got the same look and kind of the shine.
Hey, I'm gonna eat these 2 pink ones right here.
Whoa. All right. Like nipples? Nipples! I got 2 pink ones. Or like balls, you weirdo. Which way you going? You kind of went when I said nipples, so you obviously must mean
Pink.
balls. Yeah.
It's either pink or
The
purple,
butthole.
So.
Oh. Gotcha. I smell the S you're stepping in. Do these have a good texture to them? Let's see the crunch. Let me turn this down. Let's get the crunch.
That's the Nerds.
Oh, the outside is the nerd shell, and the inside is just some weird chewy filling. That was the pink one. That's not bad. That's strawberry for sure.
Fucking told you.
Let
Yep.
me try this purple one. They're pretty hard on the outside, but you think they're gonna break your teeth, but as soon as you bite, they crumble.
It's a thin hard.
A thin hard. For sure, like a shell. It's almost
Look at this guy.
orange one. I've tried 3 of the flavors: purple, pink, and orange, and they taste respectively to
I
their
just put them
color.
all in there at the same time.
Orange is orange. Grape is or purple is grape. That's good. Ooh. All right, I'll go first. Now, the texture is what's gonna hold us back from a 5 because it's getting stuck in my teeth. Like you're chewing gum for a long time and it loses its flavor, starts to flake apart. It just all the little strands get
Like
stuck in your
Nerds
teeth.
and fruit snacks.
Yeah, for sure. If you took a nerd and you're right, dude. I like the hard shell. I like the flavor. That gooey inside, I like the flavor of that as well. It's just I can't deal with it sticking to my teeth like that because I don't know how long it's gonna be there.
Drink some beer, it washes it off.
Oh yeah, you're right. You're right. Okay, so I'm gonna give it a 4 out of 5, dude. No joke, 4 out of
4
5.
out of 5 for sure. If they were all pinks or reds, it'd be a 5.
Oh yeah, 5 out of 5 from the audience for sure. Oh, that's a good one. That's not bad, dude. I think now we're about to get in some salty stuff, dude. We got some brand new Ritz Crisp and Thins Tabasco pepper sauce flavor. Look at that.
This looks like a Rojo.
For those of you who are viewing, you get to see it. It's a big bag. It's a Ritz bag.
You know what Rojo Culo means?
Rojo hot butthole. Culo is butthole.
Red butthole.
It's a red butthole.
Caliente butthole. Or caliente.
Now, Ritz, the best thing that Ritz makes is their original flavored standard crackers. Their Ritz cracker. Not these chips or crisps or anything. It's just their standard cracker. It comes in a little weird yellowish brown shaped packs. Those are the best ever. I take a pack every day. It comes in those little travel to go packs. I have, I think, like 10 of them in there. Let me see this though. This looks good. It's kind of a different design for those of you who are viewing. It's like a weird snowflake that's been pushed around into a leaf. It's not bad. It's got a good dust on it. I can feel the grittiness. Ooh. That's light. That's very light chip. It was almost like a 3D Dorito, but not
It's
as
a light
thick.
chip, but a heavy flavor.
Oh, dude, that Tabasco for sure. It doesn't kick in until after like a few seconds. But I think they doused it. That powder they put on there, I bet you anything, it's the Tabasco flavoring. Listen to that crunch though, dude. It's so light, I could eat a few more. I feel like I could put more Tabasco on it. I'm sweating now. Let me try one of these candies after
I
it.
was gonna say I feel like I need another nerd.
Go ahead, take some. It's like coffee beans after you're getting done smelling candles. You smell a jar of coffee beans, it wipes out the smell. I'm gonna do that with my beer in a second. Because that's what I usually taste everything off. I've always had a beer when I do snack time. Whatever. Tradition. I don't know. Maybe not. Who else knows?
Purple.
Okay, those chips, guys.
I'm not colorblind.
Those chips. Whoa, that Tabasco is killer.
They're fucking hot.
It's hot. I feel like it's hotter than the hot Cheetos hot because it punches you like spike punches. It like stabs you in the tongue and then gets hot.
I like Tabasco sauce. I put it on my eggs all the time.
Have you ever had Tabasco and spaghetti?
Probably.
Oh, it's so good.
I'm telling you right now.
Tabasco is good by itself for sure, but that
Ain't
makes
hot.
that makes it something different. I don't know. Just because of the heat, man, it kind of kicks you. I could eat more because of the lightness and the airiness of the chip.
Everything bitching.
Yes, I like the airiness and the lightness of it. And it's like bubbles and it pops in your mouth. I'm gonna give it. Oh, that's a good burp. It tastes like Tabasco. I'm gonna give it a 4 out of 5,
Tastes like
dude.
Tabasco and banana.
Banana, right from when you made the runts. Oh, what do you give it, Mike? 4 out of 5 for me, baby.
Texture 3, flavor.
It's just the hotness, and I can get over that. I drink a few more beers, get a little more numb, and then eat
Who
those
the
chips.
fuck put this kind of beer in here?
What did you pull out of your magic beer box on my coffee table? A Pabst Blue Ribbon. I told you I got 2 randos in there. That's not for me. I got this tall boy kilts I'm trying to get rid of.
One friend that brings Pabst. You know why he does that, right? So nobody drinks his beer.
Yep. And I'm telling you, he's a guy that you would think would drink Pabst Blue Ribbons.
He likes it.
Yep. Next snack I got, and it's our last snack. I got Ritz
I hope it's not hot.
toasted chips. Now these are toasted chips, and the other ones were crisp and thin. So these toasted chips are sour cream and onion. It's a different cracker,
Man,
different shape. It's a different color of the bag. I'll show you guys who watch on YouTube. Different colored, all the good stuff. Let's see what we got here.
Those are.
Ooh, it smelled like a fart when I opened it. Oh, that's how you know it's good sour cream right there. Or rotten.
Well, I gave it a 2.
Oh, take one of them bad boys. Oh, that cracker is a white.
That cracker's a white there.
The other one was a red.
Fucking and hot.
Yeah.
But you know,
It's hot.
tomorrow morning, spread your cheeks in the mirror and look at your butthole.
Oh, it's going to be
Go
rojo culo.
like this.
Compare them. Hold
Compare
the chip
'em.
here next to your butt cheek.
They'll be pretty close.
I'm
to
pretty
the
sure
same
I can't
color.
even see it now. Have you ever tried looking at your butthole before? I can't remember the last time I ever did that, which means
It's been a while.
I don't know if I did. I'm not saying I never did. I just can't remember it, which means it obviously wasn't memorable. It was probably the ugliest brown eye I ever seen because I wouldn't look at it again. What? Wait, the audience is like, what's wrong with you guys? You guys can't tell me you've never, ever tried to not look at your butthole or look at your butthole.
You're 13.
Yeah, whatever. You've always done
He's
it.
never been concerned about like, oh my god, is that a hemorrhoid? Or, oh my god.
Well, now he hasn't had to push as hard as we have for as long as we have.
If we could get this flavor on that chip, we'd have a 5.
Yeah, that's not a
You know what I'm
that's
saying?
not a bad cracker for sure, dude. Now this is
Hey,
yeah, they're
good
Ritz
flavor.
toasted chips, 40% less fat, oven baked. What do you give it, MTN?
Did you fart?
No, that's the chip. I told you it's good sour cream.
If I get this chip on that, this flavor on that chip, a 5.
Oh, okay.
Now it's like a 3.
You can be dude. Funny thing is, I was gonna say the same thing. Everybody's probably expecting a 4. Nah, 3 for sure. I like the heat on a lot
I'm
of
not
things.
a big sour cream and onion dude.
Well, usually when I go for chips,
Hey, go get
I
the
go
vodka.
for the second flavor. So like Doritos, when they came out, they had nacho cheese, and then they had Cool Ranch, right? I feel like that's the second flavor that came out. That Cool Ranch was, as always, and still is my favorite. Now you got a regular potato chip, right? And then it comes out with the sour cream and onion potato chip. That's usually my favorite. This one is not. I think it's the heaviness of the cracker. Like you said, if that flavor was on that chip, you nailed it on the head, dude.
Hey, texture and chip, the way it feels in your mouth.
Well, because you're
is a
munching
big-
on them, dude. If you can't shovel a whole bunch down real fast and they clog up and get all it's not good, man. And I feel like that lighter
It's
chip.
like Cheez-Its.
I ate
I'll
4
sit
of
there
those
and
before I
have Cheez-Its.
decided, all right, it's too hot. And it was hot after the first one, I decided. But I ate 3 more because of the chip texture.
Are you sure that's the chips or did you fart?
No, it's the chips. I'm telling you, the fartier the sour cream, it's like, what were we talking about? Hard-boiled eggs smells like a fart. You know, the more fart you smell, the better it is. Beans, magical fruit, the more you eat, the more you toot. I guess that's not the same thing, but whatever. Stop inhaling if it doesn't smell good to you. You're like, oh, what did that smell? It's disgusting. Oh, it's so bad. Oh, I can't stop smelling it.
Pinpoint it.
It's the chips. I already told you. As soon as I opened the bag, it blew a fart bubble in my face of air. It was like,
Nah, they're not so appetizing.
to wash all of this fart flavor out of our mouth. MTN, we got one drinky, and it's the Monster Hydro Super Sport. The flavor is Red Dog. So, I don't know. I feel like I've tried this before on the show.
Go get the vodka.
Go get the vodka, they say. A lot of these drinks lately, MTN, you've been saying, get the vodka. And I think you're right a little bit. Now, Monster Hydro, think of it as a Monster energy drink mixed with a Powerade or a Gatorade. Now, you don't get the zing or the ting of the energy drink, but you get the smoothness.
The zing or the ting?
You get the smoothness and the hydration tasting of a Gatorade. But it has 200 milligrams of caffeine in it, dude.
Fill this son of a bitch up. I gotta
200.
stay awake.
You're about to. Hold on. It's got 1,000 milligrams of BCAAs, which is branched chain amino acids.
Does it have the little Jesus crosses next to everything?
Right.
Like you're overdosing on everything?
Oh, yes, it does, my friend.
You might meet Jesus here. You might meet Jesus here. You might meet
That's
Jesus.
funny. When you look at nutritional fact labels, it'll have that sometime. And I always thought that, too. I was like, all right, well, clearly we need to pray because we're about to have too much. Oh, yes. So this is hydration. So it's they probably put some sort of
I'm going to go for it.
Oh, let's see. Acid, potassium, niacin, vitamin D. Go ahead, pour yourself. Yeah, I'm going to try this too. No,
That's the best energy drink I ever had in my entire life.
You see the smoothness? You can taste like it's
Tastes
almost
like
salty.
Strawberry soda.
It's almost it's got the high like that.
It doesn't
quenches
have
your
the zing
syrup.
or the
Quench.
sing or the zing like you said. Like that weird fucking robo.
The zing and ting, like it's like they put a copper penny in there, and then all of a sudden they put a lot of sugar in it, and it tastes like an energy drink.
Cocaine a little bit on the side. And
Well,
like,
probably.
What the fuck happened?
That's not. I think that's the smoothest
that would be
one.
The best vodka drink you ever had in your
Well,
life.
dude, with the caffeine alone, man, it just tastes like a jungle juice type of drink. The flavor of this reminds me of those. Remember Ghostbusters? What was the green slime name? Slimer. He had a Capri Sun pack style drink at one point back in the 90s. The Slimer drink, I think that's what it was.
My rich friends had those. But
it was
I
like
never
kiwi
got one.
something, I think. This reminds me of that flavor, dude. That takes me way back. Holy crap. This reminds me of that flavor for sure.
Now I'm super depressed. I feel fucking old as fuck. Man,
What?
I really want
I wanted a cooler pack.
You're so poor.
What? No, I happen to go to my friends' houses a lot, and I usually stay with them for weeks on end. Because my mom couldn't really do
If
much.
I didn't
God bless
have
her.
my
God
one,
rest her soul.
my one buddy that his parents made money that I won't mention his name, but
yeah,
I don't think I would have had a fruit roll up or a fucking fruit by the foot or any of that shit until I was old enough to buy it for myself. If it wasn't for that one.
Well, yeah. Well, here's the other thing. My mom would always have enough money to go. Oh yeah. My mom would always have enough money to go get packs of cigarettes from the store.
Duh.
We lived in a town that
My dad had a 10-second race car, but we had no clothes for school. I know all about that shit, brother.
Yeah, well, hey, she would send me up to go buy those things, and you'd probably help your dad build his car and everything, knowing that, hey, I might go without underwear this week. But no, I mean, we
None
did
of that
it,
shit clicked,
and we
back
never
then.
worried about it, dude. We were kids.
Now
we
that
didn't
I'm
care.
older and my car that's not even a race car just sits there, and you're like, because your kids are.
But she would give me like cash, like a $20 bill, and a pack of cigarettes back then was like $5 or $6 maybe. I don't know how much they are now.
Shit.
But she would
Now
send me up just to get one.
Back then it was like $3. I used to go get.
Okay, in the 90s.
I go get
In the
my
90s.
mom 2 boxes of Virginia Slims. They're not Vagina Slims. They're
Virginia Slims.
Virginia
he knows.
Slims. Everybody knows
Yeah,
that.
calm down
That's
out
what
there.
I-
We know you're getting all riled
That's
up
what
on
I
YouTube.
used to call them.
Yeah.
With a $10 bill though, and I get that and like 2 things of beef jerky and one of those big ass pickles.
Oh, dude, yes, that's exactly what I was gonna say. I'd always get the candy. I always liked the whatever candy section they had. I wasn't in the beef jerky
And
back
I
then.
swear to God, I got even like $2 back. Sun Ranch Foods used to be this little, it's a Chick-fil-A now.
Yeah,
but
it
there
is.
Used to be it was called Sun Ranch Foods, and it was called something else.
And it was a little shopping plaza thing.
American Flooring. Or
Yeah,
something.
back in then
My
we
parents,
used to go to,
we've been living right there for 38 years. I think it's been this.
the gas station was
town.
called Conoco. Remember CONCONO
remember
or
that.
something? Conoco.
I wasn't on that same intersection.
But it
I
was
know what
up
you're talking
north.
about.
I'm telling you, it wasn't here. I don't know. Maybe it was here, but when I went to mine, it was in Minnesota. So it was definitely one of those weird ones that. Oh my God, we got that! Here, let me help you. Give me your hand. Oh my!
We're having some type of technical difficulty here. Nobody fucking panic.
Oh no, we didn't. I pulled the chair out so you didn't break
Jeez,
anything else.
Did you push me?
You just fell over. For those of you who are just listening and not watching on YouTube.com.
Man, I hope that's on
He-
videotape.
MTN just literally fell backwards in his chair and crashed through almost everything that's behind him,
My
which is a
back
chair,
hurt so
picture, a
bad,
couple
I was
skate.
trying to stretch it out.
There was a
and it just
guitar that
fell
he
down.
crashed through, a door, almost
I
a TV.
didn't crash through fucking anything.
No, you didn't break nothing. You're good. You're really light. But you crashed through it all. That's the thing. You just didn't break it. You fell right through everything.
How's
and
everything look?
look at the pictures on the door. They're all. You went. What the?
Look, they're perfect.
You're not. Hey, thank you, dude. Let me tell you something. Are you all right?
I think it hurt my knee a little
Are you
bit.
gonna be able to show up the next Tuesday podcast, or is
Can
this
you,
something that you're gonna have to be like, well, Papa J missed it, so I can too because of his back, right?
Can we go to the same doctor Noe went to look at my knee?
Hey, they'll tell you it's fractured, and you're gonna pay $1,000.
Oh my
and
God,
then
it's bleeding everywhere.
You're
Just
bleeding?
look at your face.
I was like, holy! I thought you were dying, man. I thought something went through your heart, and you just realized it because your adrenaline was pumping so high.
It's like a-
Oh my gosh, I don't know how. Like, we should just stop this show. No,
We
hey,
better stop.
we're
We
gonna
have to go back and look at
we're
that
gonna
'cause
take a
I'm
break
anxious.
and we're gonna recuperate, and you guys are gonna hear a word from our sponsors.
I sure hope it looked cool. It didn't look cool.
It did. You're like,
Oh man,
What's up?
I just beat my last video game.
What do you mean you beat your last video game?
I've been leaving
Yeah,
this
I just beat
motherfucker the
Super
whole
Mario,
time.
Donkey Kong Country. I mean, I beat them all.
Are you sure you beat them
oh
all?
my god.
No.
Well, you know what you need to do? You need to get yourself down to Fallout Games in Tempe, North Phoenix, Paradise Valley, or the Mesa location. They specialize in all the old school video games. Or you can go to falloutgames.net and see what they got online as well. But it's best to go to the store
Stop being a
location. You
bug.
get the whole experience. They even got Legos.
Oh, geez, thanks. I'm going now.
Can I have some of these nerds that say shit?
Yeah, that's why I threw him to you. I feel bad.
Oh, look, I get all
Hey,
the
this
pink
is
ones
Drab
now.
T-shirt
There
from
you
the
go.
Big O and Duke Show
'em.
and the Junkies in Washington, D.C. And I listen to BigLipRadio after I've listened to everything else on the internet. And when I say everything else, I mean everything else. Rally the Horde, The Minority Report, Hard Times and Weirdness, Joe Rogan, Play to Win Radio with AWOD.
Oh, yes, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for nostalgia. Woo! Oh, yes. Nostalgia, my friends. You get one audio clue that's about 30 to 50 seconds long to guess what game it is. And your goal is to go to podcast at BigLipRadio or all of our social media at BigLipRadio and type in the name of the game. Doesn't matter where, when, how hard. Just find a post, type it, and I'll get the notification, and I'll know who's first. And that's how I know who's first for you unbelievers out there. Like, I got some magic ball. No, as soon as I get the first notification, that fool wins if he's the right answer. So make sure you're on top of it. And if you are on youtube.com/BigLipRadio, you get an exclusive first chance opportunity for those who just listen to the podcast a day later. Because, you know, when you post it to RSS, it takes
Have a chemical
a
reaction.
little while. So we have a clue that you guys can guess for last week. We don't have a winner. It's a little tough one. Now, the fourth came out, and I think Papa J actually guessed it, but we don't have anybody else that got it right. So here, since he's not here to claim a prize, your guys' chance to claim a prize from the BigLipRadio prize vault. Here's your clue.
Is that the new thing? $50 million drink? You put vodka in it? Fall backwards. I feel like I played this game before.
It's on the Sega. It came out on the Super Nintendo as originally Final Fight, but Sega ripped off their own version.
Nostalgia.
Oh, yes, and that's the end of the game clip for you guys. But
No
don't
pink
fret
ones.
if you do not know the name of this one. I will tell you right now. Are you guys ready? It is Streets of Rage 2 on the Sega Genesis. Whoop, 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 whoop. Almost back to neighbor! You almost got it. Look at you
I was
playing.
thinking like Street Fighter or something.
Hey, you close. It's a brawler for sure. Now, we have a chance for everybody to guess again to win a Big Lip Radio prize from the prize vault. Now, if you think you know the answer, go to our social media at Big Lip Radio. Guess there.
You
Email
said
us
prize balls.
podcast prize balls. If you want a prize from the prize balls, you can have the Jared Jeller testicle. Whoop 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 whoop.
Woo!
Yeah. Right. Now I'm gonna give you a clue right away. The game you're about to hear, for you guys to guess on, it's from the Super Nintendo. All right. So let's hear it.
Hey, my knee kind of hurts.
Dude, you bagged it for sure. Nailed it on something.
Am I gonna be okay?
I don't know. We'll find out. We'll definitely check it out, dude, for sure.
Can you call your doctor?
The one that tells you fake
That's a
info.
$500 minimum.
Dude, it's nuts.
This one's kind of spooky. This one's from the 2000s.
It's Super Nintendo, so it's in the 90s for sure. Early 90s. Mid 90s.
Hold on, I can't hear.
You can't hear it from the microphone. You do that twice today. Oh, that shit makes me
It's a
laugh.
funny joke I just learned.
I know, you're like, yeah, I can't hear it out of the microphone.
God damn.
I bet you we could reverse it.
Nostalgia.
Oh, yes, and I know we were chatting right through it, but hey, it's an easy one for those of you who actually play video games. I don't expect somebody who doesn't play video games to understand what this one is, but it's just a clue for you to win prizes.
Doesn't it say somewhere on that screen?
It does, but you got to learn how to read it.
Okay.
Okay, so here's the thing.
Schmee.
I've gotten used to your guys' tactics. Papa J, what he does is he puts his glasses on, and this is how I know he reads it now. He'll look at the screen because I share my audio screen with him, so he knows the times and what's going on.
Here?
Yeah, right. Everything we've been doing, everything right in front of you. Now I've abbreviated it, so only I know the name. But you get the first two letters. So here's what you're seeing right now. You're seeing,
NOS SR2.
no, it's this one. NOS
SM.
SM. So those are
Section
the
of
first,
isolation.
maybe first and second syllable. I don't know.
Could be
Letter.
S&M.
It could be anything, but MT. You said S and
I
M.
said S&M, and this guy goes.
He reps one in the studio. Oh,
but
thanks.
like
I hope you heard that.
totally.
I didn't hear it through my headphones, so it probably wasn't that dramatic. You just being a little girl
I
and
can taste
fluffing one
it
out.
though.
You taste it? No, I'm telling you, it's the sour cream chips. He just lifted his leg to make you think he farted, so the fart came from him. But don't claim that sour cream
If
chip
anything, he blew some sour cream shit my way.
fart. He just waved it at you. His fart gas blew towards you. So I bet you that wall of sour cream fart
He
gas is
wafted it.
blocking the real human fart gas.
He
I'll tell you
wafted
that.
it. That's disgusting.
Wafting. Hey, MTN, have you ever seen Hancock, the movie? Yes, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, this is Big Up Radio's Movie Minute Review. Once again, another segment of Jared's that I just place on my back and carry through the show with. Who, for those of you who haven't been listening, we are reviewing today the movie called Hancock.
Pretty soon your back's gonna be blown out from all the heavy lifting you.
Right? I'm just carrying this thing, man. It's what we do as Smiths and MTNs, which is you, MTNs. Mike the Neighbors. Your last kid's name is Neighbors, right?
I don't know.
Okay.
Maybe.
Mike the Neighbors. Yes, we...
That's what it says on my birth certificate.
Mike the Neighbors, MTNs. I appreciate it. Hey, we went over Hancock. This movie came out...
I think I've seen that. Is that
You
with Will
did?
Smith?
Yeah, you are. Hey, there you go, dude. It came out in 2008.
I didn't watch the whole thing because it was kind of weird. But
It was an hour and 42 minutes long. It got a 6.4 out of 10 on IMDb, 41% on Rotten Tomatoes, 49% on Metacritic and Google users. 89% of those liked it. Dude, you are correct, man. In the beginning, he's a drunk. He's a drunk. Will Smith is who the he is.
that's when we were most, when I could feel it.
Dude,
the
it
most.
came with Charles Theron, Mary Embry.
That's Charlize Theron, you
Charlize.
fucking
Did I say
asshole.
Charlize?
Yeah, that's one of the
Oh,
hottest chicks
shoot.
there ever was.
I don't know. In this movie, she looks really good. I'll tell you that. I can't believe I said Charlize.
She's super old and she's still super
Oh,
hot.
I love Kill Lifter. Dude, Charlie almost did it again. Charlie
You
bit
should look
me.
up
I'm thinking of
Charlie.
Charlie.
And, what's that other movie she was in?
I'm not
Charlie,
sure. Let's see.
Thermez.
Let
What'd
me
you
click
say?
on her real quick.
The Devil's Advocate. I won't ever forget that one.
Let's see. She was in TV shows, Arrested Development, Extra. Arrested Development has this. That same dude she was married to in this movie, Hancock, was the same dude. I'll tell you who
You
that
gotta
dude
watch
is.
that movie.
The movie she was in was Bombshell, Mad Max, Monster. Remember she was in that?
Oh, that was a
Atomic
fucked up movie.
Blonde, Long Shot with Seth Rogen, Fast and the Furious, or The Fate of the Furious, Snow White, Hancock. You get the idea. She's pretty hot. She's pretty
The Devil's
smoking.
Advocate. Look that one up. That's when she's the hottest. She looks she's all blonde hair
But
at the
she-
beginning. No, listen, she cuts her hair.
Yeah.
I used to have a girlfriend that I dated when I was a little baby,
Oh.
and she would look just like that.
Oh, dude. Just like that? You see her cast picture right there?
No, when you got to look at that movie. I watched that movie and I was like, everything's cool, and then all of a sudden
Yeah.
she gets her hair cut all short and
I like
all
when it's
brown.
long because she lets it down in this movie, and
It's
Hancock.
different though, just her
Ah.
face in that way, and I was like, and I got all freaked out.
She is
Oh,
pretty-
those sounds like, oh my god!
Dude, you
And
got-
I watched that movie like every night for 2 weeks.
Her, Will Smith, Jason Bateman.
Jason Bateman.
Yeah, Bateman, and he had a J Head. He had a lot of people in here. Johnny Garlic, who played in Roseanne. He was the boyfriend of Darlene's, I think. David, yeah.
I know Roseanne like the back of my hand, brother. That's like my family, kind of.
Really? That's what we watched when I was growing up. But hey,
fucking
you had a lot of
recorded
good
like
people in
6
here.
of them the other day. I love Roseanne.
It's almost a
Great show.
self-improvement movie, if you
The
will.
old ones.
Well, Hancock is. This guy
Yeah,
starts
he's
off.
trying to be-
He's got all this
I
power, and
know,
he's just like,
trying to
F
be a
everybody.
businessman, he's going
I'm
everywhere, He's
done.
got a son. He's like, I'm gonna do this, and he does, and it works out great.
Yeah.
It's like a typical
Well,
Warner Brothers.
Yeah, well, exactly. He learns from his mistakes, like you said.
But in the real world, this is how shit's going down. No, I'm just kidding.
Get out. But this is what's going down. No, Will Smith plays a great role. I think his acting was all right in this.
He's a super
he
good
plays
actor. He's in a bunch of badass movies.
Independence Day, just to mention a few. Fresh Prince of Bel-Air is a TV series I could watch over and over still to this day. Go drink some beer,
totally
get drunk.
Forgot about Fresh Prince. That was the original gangster right there.
I'm telling you, that's how we all figured out who Will Smith was, man. Men in Black, man. I'm not even looking
Men
right
in
now.
Black. That's
another good
When you said
idea.
Independence Day, I thought that's what you were talking about, but now
Men in Black, man. He plays iRobot, I Am Legend.
seen some of that.
Him
I've
in the
seen
dog
some of I Am
scene, dude. He plays a lot of good movies. Let me tell you what. And this
He's
one,
definitely up there with our generation.
yeah, it's our night. I was born in early or late '80s, and so '90s was when, 87. So '90s was when I was cognizant and could remember a lot of things in my childhood years. So he was in a lot of things that I remember watching, and he always did such a good role. I wouldn't place this if I had a top 5 list of Will Smith movies. Hey, maybe that might be a thing for next week. Papa J, for listening. Pay attention. Write this down. Top 5 list. Will Smith movie. Hey, I wouldn't put that in that list. I may put it in the top 10, but I don't think Hancock. I like Men in Black a lot, dude. And Independence Day.
The first one with that.
There's so much better movies that he put out, but this was cool. It was different. You had the drunk superhero, and he had a PR agent that helped. If felt bad for him because he saved his life and needed to owe him a favor, and was like, "Hey, I can help you look not like shit." So that part, I was like, all right. But then when he found out the wife of the PR agent was also like Will Smith, and they were connected, dude, that was crazy. No, well, not brother and sister. The audience, brother and sister. No.
He's like, they were.
There's a whole twist to this, which I'm not going to
watch
review.
more than the movie than we did.
He might have. I like this movie, dude. I watched it, I think, originally when it came out, but I didn't remember if I remember talking about last episode.
But I didn't.
Well, I have air bubbles in my throat, and I'm trying to get them out because I'm drinking this Kilt Lifter, man.
Why is that, Z Money? Why do you have air bubbles in your throat?
Because I got a burp.
Why?
Because I'm drinking Kilt Lifter, and it's warm. I got to drink them faster because they stay cold. They don't stay cold as long because they're taller boys, so you got to drink them faster and faster. Yeah, I didn't do that because I'm trying to talk on a microphone. I can't keep shoving my face full of liquor.
Next Tuesday, I'm bringing Mickey's 40s.
Oh, do it. We'll get Mickey's drunk on the podcast next Tuesday, dude. Oh. Are you really going to bring Mickey's over? You're not pulling my chain. If you
Maybe
bring
we should switch the podcast to a Friday.
No, let's do it on a Tuesday for sure, dude. Well, hey, with that being said, I think we're going to close out the show, but I want to give you a rating on this movie. I give this a 3 out of 5 because of the cheesy story, the cheesy. There's a lot of sappiness in there and cliche things. I was like, whatever. Okay, I could deal without this. But overall, it was a 3 out of 4. I would not ever watch this movie again. If somebody said, hey, let's watch Hancock, I'd be like, nah, can we watch this instead? Not like poo-pooing it.
Hey, Zach, you want to go to Mouse and watch Hancock?
No, dude. What do you give it, Mike? MTN?
For what I know, not very. Dumb and Dumber for me is like a fucking 5. So,
So okay.
I don't even think I watched the whole thing. But I did watch probably the majority of it. I fall asleep a lot.
Oh, that's fine. You get halfway through it and or not even, you just pass out. Sometimes I'll put a movie on and the credits will, the starting screen
What was
will
that
scroll.
football movie we watched the other day when we were all drunk at my house? I don't
The
remember
Longest
that.
Yard? I don't know, dude. We watched so many movies at your
That's a
house
good
drunk.
one too, though.
We should watch that one too.
The
Nah.
Longest Yard. Have you seen that other one?
What'd you give it? What do you give the movie?
I don't remember. What'd you give
Three?
it?
I gave it a 3, dude. It's
What's
not
the
bad.
best you can give it?
You 5? 5?
Right, 3.
Okay, you remember just based on the first half you saw. Okay, I
At least
respect
the
that.
first half, maybe bits and pieces through the whole thing, but I totally know what you're talking about.
All right. Well, hey, I have a movie for you. If you want to catch up on, I'll give you my Netflix login if you need it to watch it. It's called Uncut Gems. My pick this week for next week's review is called Uncut Gems. It's on Netflix. It's number 5 in USA today as we stand. It's 2 hours and 14 minutes long. Came out last year. I don't think we got a hold of this. I'm not going to tell you much because a lot of people have a biased opinion about these actors. But who knows? Go find it. Uncut Gems on Netflix.
I have the biggest biased opinion. I will not watch that movie.
Dude, have you seen it?
I have no idea. I'm just
Oh,
kidding. Right
okay. We'll have to watch it when we get drunk again off these kill lifters and whatnot.
Does it show anybody's boobs?
Possibly. I don't know. I've not seen it. It came out in 2019. That's why we're reviewing it. Usually we like to stick to
say
movies
at
we
the
don't see.
beginning, like a little?
It's rated
N?
R.
Yeah, but they rate it by like these, like it'll say
Let me see.
adult violence and
Let me
this
pull
and
this
that,
up.
and then there'll be a little N for nudity.
Ooh, let me look. I took
Sometimes
a screenshot.
there's like an R even for a raping.
Raping, not raping. No, it's just R. It says, no, I didn't take that screenshot of that piece. It's rated R, though, so hey, it should be something good. A lot of cursing, at least, I'm hoping for. Maybe some blood, maybe some fake shenanigans. But go check that out with us. We'll be back next Tuesday. Guys,
It'll be
go
like-
check us out on everything Big Lip Radio. Just Google Big Lip Radio without spaces or with spaces between each
Pretty
word.
sure it'll be the 10th. Did I do my math right?
Yeah, like and subscribe.
Didn't even look.
Next week's episode, well, you might. I trust you, dude. Next week is 9th.
Don't
So on the
ever trust me
9th,
doing math.
tune in. We'll
See?
get Mickey's drunk and we'll talk about all kinds of other movies. With that being said, we will catch you guys next Tuesday, like Mike already said, on the 10th. YouTube COVID time, anywhere between 5 and 7 once COVID's over, whatever that is. We'll go back to 7. In the meantime,
Hey, we have to hurry up. We only have like an hour left before curfew.
oh, curfew's coming, dude. Curfew.
This guy looks like one of my chickens.